My name is Eric. I run Waters of Memory. I am a Reiki master, magician, and spiritual coach. Links are in the bio if you're looking for more. The recent situation with Perez Hilton is an excellent example of both individual and collective karma. For those who are unaware of who he is, he's a gossip blogger from the 2000s who was known for being especially vicious. When Heath Ledger died, he put out t-shirts saying that I wish it had been Britney. So I understand why there's a lot of people who don't feel any pity for him with his recent nervous breakdown, which if you haven't seen that, please do not look it up. The videos are incredibly disturbing. But the thing about this is, his entire career screams self-hatred, and he wouldn't have been able to get rich off of it if there weren't a lot of other people who were gleefully mocking and deriding these celebrities who had never done any personal harm to them. Now, the thing is, when you're constantly gossiping about other people and making vicious comments, what it speaks to is that there is something inside of you that you do not want to process or face. And when you've got something like that, it doesn't matter how well-intentioned you are. You can't just brush it aside. It has to go somewhere. And this is one reason why when you get into really bad relationships and it seems like the other person can never let you be, that they're always stirring up something, it's because if they don't stir something up, then their inner world is going to become intolerable. And you just happen to be the person at that moment who's willing to put up with it. So Perez made a career out of avoiding his own demons. And I think that it would have been in his capacity to change. Like, his karma did not have to play out in a way where he ultimately had this breakdown on camera. He is not being punished by society. He is punishing himself, and we're probably seeing the outward manifestation of ways that he has punished himself his whole life. And I'm sure that there's things that he feels towards society at large which have some validity, like, you know, other people have gotten away with worse. Why am I still getting so much hate for what I did? He's probably bitter about people not being willing to let him move on, but ultimately, he is the one that is not letting himself move on. And when it comes to the public at large, especially the celebrities that he hurt, I do understand people who say that they'll never forgive him. But at the end of the day, as an individual, he has the power within himself to chart a different path, to learn from his past experiences, and to make a better road for himself. And ultimately, I hope he does, because I never followed celebrity gossip. The guy's never done me any wrong. I think it's a really screwed up situation, and I feel bad for the kids, but ultimately, it has nothing to do with me. Now, when it comes to people in general, I think a lot of people are showing a ton of hate toward him who probably supported him at one time. It wouldn't surprise me if there's people who are saying the vilest things about him right now who actually bought one of those shirts back in the day, the ones that said, "I wish it was Britney." They probably have it tucked away in their closet right now, and they'd pull it out if it ever became kosher to hate on Britney again. You know, they didn't have a period of introspection where they moved from the way they were before to the way they are now, genuinely feeling guilt and processing their emotions and moving on from it. They just switched because society did. And the thing with this is that Perez has become their scapegoat. They're doing to him what he did to others in order to feel better. And this is how these cycles perpetuate themselves. They're going to jump from scapegoat to scapegoat to scapegoat until the things within them reach a fever pitch and they're going to be forced to deal with themselves. Because the thing with karma, the way the universe operates in general, everything has a cost. You can pay me now, or you can pay me later. But if you choose to pay me later, it's going to come with interest. And that's what you're seeing with Perez. And that's also what you're seeing with this whole screwed up system where people eat each other, celebrate the eating of each other, and then later have a sudden change of heart, which is not sincere, and they choose a new target that it's okay to eat. And then it cycles back around over and over and over again until people break the cycle and actually face themselves.